Stars take out the Avalanche. The Mavs take down the Thunder. They both move on to the Western Conference Finals. Manchester City takes care of business, and they block Arsenal from winning the English Premier League. All this and more on our show, which starts now. All right. So the Stars win, and the Stars win.
Yes.
And then what else happens? The Mavs win.
Yep.
That's your team.
Yep.
You should be excited.
And the Stars.
And the Stars, yeah.
Well, I'm a little tired from all this conference finals craziness that's been going on.
Yep. Great games.
Stars, Avalanche went 2 overtimes. We stayed up till 1 a.m. in the morning to watch the guy that used to play for the Avalanche score in overtime.
Yep.
So
Duquesne scored the winning goal for the Stars, and they move on to the Western Conference Finals. Now, mind you, they had scored before this.
Yep.
And
there's like 2 minutes left in regulation.
Yeah. And the referees called the goal off because they said that
in overtime
interference on the goalie, which there was no interference on the goalie.
He got pushed into the goalie.
He got pushed into the goalie
midway into the first overtime.
Yep. And so it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
We still won. Yep. And the Stars are moving on to the Western Conference Finals, where
for the second year in a row,
which they are about to take on the winners between the Canucks and the Oilers, which play later on tonight.
Yes.
So we will find out who the Stars will be taking on in the next round.
Yeah.
And then the Mavericks win. They take down the Thunder,
making a 17-point comeback in the process.
Yep. And win the game. And then a team came back from 20 last night.
Yes.
Yep. And they took down Bevan and Robin. So no repeat champions in the NBA as well.
Gotham has fallen to Minnesota.
Yep. So the Minnesota Timberwolves have won and
will be taking on the Mavs.
Will be taking on the Mavs in the Western Conference Finals.
Yes.
Should be a good series coming up. Whether the Stars get the Canucks or the Oilers, either way, it's going to be a good series. Now, don't forget on the Eastern side, you have the Florida Panthers. Taking on the Rangers.
The Rangers.
So we'll see what happens with that series, but I expect that to be a very tight series.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there will be games where the Panthers will be going to blowing the Rangers out, kind of like they did with the Bruins. Well, I think the Rangers are a lot better, and they will hold their own.
Yes, well, anything could happen. You remember the Knights, Golden Knights last year when they won the Stanley Cup in that last game. I think it was like game 5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They won 8-3. So anything could happen.
Anything could happen. But I expect close games.
Yeah.
Just like I expect close games between the Stars and whoever they get, whether it's the Oilers or the Canucks. I think the games are going to be tight. Now, on the NBA, you have the Mavs taking on the Timberwolves.
Yep.
And then you have the Celtics taking on the Indiana Pacers.
Ooh.
The Indiana Pacers took out the Knicks. How crazy is that? The Knicks were up 3-1. They pulled a Florida Panthers on the Knicks. So
whatever. There's always next year.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time that the Pacers have been in the Eastern Conference Finals for a good while. So we'll see what happens. The Celtics are still the team to beat in that conference. Mavs, Timberwolves. Timberwolves are the number 2 seed behind what was the defending champions, Denver Nuggets.
The
thoughts
Thunder,
on that?
The Thunder were the 1 seed.
Oh, the Thunder was the 1 seed.
Yes, I think the Timberwolves were like the 3 seed.
3 seed. Then
2 or 3.
Then the Mavericks. Then the Nuggets were the 2 seed.
Yes.
So, all right, and then the Mavericks are the 5th seed.
Yep.
So you have number 3 going up against number 5 in the Western Conference Finals. What are your thoughts on that series?
I believe in Dallas.
You believe in Dallas?
Yes. But yes, the Timberwolves are the 3 seed.
Okay.
The Nuggets got the 2nd seed.
All right.
Yeah, and the Mavs, they're the 5th seed.
Right.
But let me just say it's right here, right now. I 100% believe in the Mavericks to make it to the finals for the first time since they won it all in 2011.
Okay.
I am fully confident in their ability to beat the Timberwolves with how they've been playing.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they've gone hot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with how well Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic are doing,
Yep.
that combination's, I think that's going to become unstoppable.
Yep. And Kyrie Irving talked a little bit about after the game. He talked about how he challenged his teammates when they were down by 17.
Yes.
And he said, do you guys really want to go back to bleeping Oklahoma for game 7? And that did the trick because everybody was like, no, we don't want to go back to Oklahoma. So they came back roaring back. They took the lead back and forth at the very end, but the Mavericks finally ended up taking down the Thunder.
Yep. And meanwhile, in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics are the 1 seed, best record in the NBA. Meanwhile, the Pacers are the 6th seed.
6th
seed.
Wow. Well, look at that, man.
And the Knicks were the 2 seed.
Wow, the 2 seed. And the Pacers were the 6th seed.
Yep.
So that means that the Pacers took the 3rd seed in the first round, which was
the Bucks.
The Bucks, that's right.
Yeah.
They ended up being the Bucks.
Only because the Bucks got injury prone again in the playoffs again.
Giannis Antetokounmpo got hurt
at the worst time again.
At the worst time. So that cost them. Of course, they had Damian Lillard on that team as well, and they just couldn't get it done. So the Pacers have gone through the Bucks. They take down the Knicks.
Yep.
And now they're facing the Celtics.
Yes.
Is this going to be Florida Panthers part number 2 in the NBA?
Well, I kind of hope it is because if the Mavericks win, then they have an easier finals opponent.
Well, I don't know, man. The Pacers are pretty good. And they have one guy who kept hitting threes, and I don't know that I'd be so excited about playing the Indiana Pacers.
Well, the Mavericks are good too. In fact, they're better than the Pacers.
Well, all right. So, let's talk a little bit about the NHL. All right. So the Stars, we don't know who their opponent is. Again, The Canucks and the Oilers are playing Game 7 tonight.
Yes.
If the Canucks win, what is your prediction between the Stars and the Canucks?
Stars.
In how many?
6.
In 6.
Maybe 7.
Okay. And if it's the Oilers?
Stars. I'm going to say Stars either way.
In 6 or 7 games in both series? Okay.
No matter who wins this game, I think the Stars have what it takes to take them down.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take the Stars. I can't go against my team right here, the Stars. So I am going to take the Stars, whether it's the Oilers or the Canucks. I'm going to say in 6.
Yeah.
Stars in 6. Now, the Rangers and the Panthers. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Rangers on that one.
Yeah, me too. I think they go 7 games.
7?
Yep.
I actually kind of want to lean more towards like 5 games.
Really?
Yeah.
Rangers in 5.
Yeah, I think the Panthers only get 1 win off of them, maybe 2.
Wow.
But they're going to go down.
Okay. All right, if you say so. But the Rangers are that good that they can close the Panthers down in 5.
Best record in the NHL this past season.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Stars in 6 or 7 from you. Stars in 6 from me. Rangers in 5 for you. And Rangers in 7 for me.
Yes.
All right. So let's move over to the NBA. Let's start with the Celtics and the Pacers. Who you got?
As much as I would rather have the Pacers win, I'd probably, if we're going by logic here, I'm probably going to have to go with the Celtics.
Okay.
So, yeah.
In how many games?
Like 6.
6 games.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to take the Celtics, and I'm calling for a sweep.
Do you think they're going to get it done in 4?
I think the Celtics are going to sweep the Pacers.
Yeah. True.
I could be wrong.
You got to consider the fact that they just took down the Bucks and the Knicks.
Yeah. I know. But I don't know. My heart tells me the Celtics in 4.
They had to come back against. Well, actually, yeah, that would kind of support your argument, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll
I
see.
just don't see.
I could be way off. So either way, though, I think it's going to be the Celtics.
Yeah.
I'm saying in 4 games it could go 7, but I'm saying the Celtics in 4.
Yeah.
All right. So Mavs, Timberwolves,
Mavs.
for me.
Yep.
7 games,
Yeah, like 6 or 7.
6 or 7 for you. All right. So then we're going to have Mavericks versus Celtics
Yep.
in the finals of the NBA championship, and then we're calling for the Stars and the Rangers,
The two
and
best teams.
the 2 best teams in the NHL finals.
Yep.
We will see what happens. The series are about to start. For the Stars, they should start not tomorrow but Wednesday.
Yes.
And then the Mavericks and the Timberwolves, I think they start on Wednesday as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then the Celtics and the Pacers, when do they start? Do they start tonight? Tomorrow night or Wednesday night?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. And then the Rangers and the Panthers also start tomorrow, I'm sure. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to say it's probably going to be tomorrow night, since the Stars will probably start on Wednesday.
The heck?
So I'm saying Tuesday. So
Who?
Rangers and Panthers.
Oh, the Rangers and the Panthers.
Yep.
That is going to start on
Tomorrow night.
probably.
It's got to be
This
tomorrow
thing's
night.
acting up.
So
Wednesday.
oh, they start Wednesday too. Wow.
Yes, and
okay.
the Stars are going to start Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. So Rangers, Panthers on Wednesday, and then Stars and Canucks, Oilers, whichever team wins on Thursday. Okay. All right. So fun times coming. We're gonna have to start watching some games, man.
Fun times have been happening in every other sport.
Well, the other thing that you and I have been talking about is how some of these cities have going to a run where you had Tampa Bay,
Yep.
the football team, and then you had the NHL team
Yep.
win championships.
Yep. And the baseball team made it to the World
And
Series.
the baseball team made it to the World Series. And then you had Boston as well. You had the Bruins, and you had the Patriots, and you had the Red Sox at one point, all in either winning or in the play to win the championship.
Yeah.
The Texas Rangers won the World Series last year. And now
Yes.
we have the Mavs and the Stars in the conference finals fighting to make the championship. So, are we going to see a run where the Rangers, the Mavs, and the Stars all win championships in the same calendar year?
Oh, yeah. I believe so.
Well, not calendar year, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So, all right. Well, I think it could happen. It's happened before.
Yeah.
So why not?
Hey, maybe after all this, the Cowboys go and win the Super Bowl.
No, that won't happen. It won't happen. As much as I love to, it won't happen. So we'll see what happens with those games. Looking forward to seeing the Stars start on Thursday and the Mavericks starting with the Timberwolves tomorrow night.
Yes.
So go Mavs
Go
for you.
Stars.
And go Stars.
Yep. Well,
So-
every sport has been very enjoyable right now, besides soccer.
Yep. And that is because Manchester City took care of business.
Again.
They took out West Ham United by a score of 3-1, securing the English Premier League trophy for the third time.
Fourth time.
Oh, this is the fourth time.
They're the only team this decade that's won it.
Okay.
Only team this
So
decade.
then I misunderstood Pep when he said that they were going for fourth. I guess for the fourth in a row. I guess he was
Yeah.
talking about at the start of this past season. All right. So Pep says next season is his last. He is done with Manchester City. So can they win 5 in a row?
Is he like gonna retire?
I don't know if he's going to retire, or I don't know if he's going to go somewhere else, but he said he is done in Manchester City, that it's time for him to move on.
Wow.
So will they make a run at the 5th championship?
I hope not.
So my heart is set on the Gunners, Arsenal, to win the championship next year. I think they're on the right path. But even after, if they don't get it next year, once Pep leaves and Manchester City doesn't have Pep Guardiola as their manager, I think that the Arsenal will be the next team to take the trophy.
I hope so.
And
I remember all the way back in like February or March, whenever they played each other and that they tied that game, I knew that tie was going to result in Man City winning the league. That's why I got so mad during that game.
Right. But the game that did the Gunners in, Aston Villa. Aston Villa. They lost 3-0 to Aston Villa. They should have won that game. Had they won that game,
they would be
champions.
Well, Aston Villa was trying to get into the UEFA Champions League.
But and Aston Villa has been a good team this year. They ended up in 3rd place, if I remember, at 4th place. So they weren't no chumps. But had they beat Aston Villa, we would be talking about how our Gunners are the newest EPL champions. But here we are talking about how Manchester City is a dynasty, winning their 4th title, which nobody has done before. And the man to do it with them was Pep Guardiola. So a guy that has led Barcelona to multiple championships, led Bayern Munich to multiple championships, and now has led Manchester City to multiple championships.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about that guy? He's a winner.
Yeah. Speaking of Bayern, for the first time in 12 years, there is a new champion in the Bundesliga.
There is a new champion?
And they aren't just any regular champion.
That's right.
They are the new Invincibles.
They are the new Invincibles, and they have put themselves on a pedestal up there with Arsenal, when Arsenal was the Invincibles
20 years ago.
20 years ago, and now you have Bayern Leverkusen
28-6 record.
28 wins, 6 draws,
0 losses.
No losses. So they didn't get beat once.
Oh my gosh, Bayern didn't even finish 2nd. They finished 3rd.
They did.
It's because they got Harry Kane on their team now. I swear, that man is a walking trophy case.
Yeah, and I hate to say, but Bayern Munich is my favorite team in the German league.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
really,
that kind of hurts. Yeah. Yeah. So I have Barcelona in the Spanish league, Bayern Munich in the German league, Arsenal in the English Premier League, and then in the Scottish league.
Scottish.
Yeah, in the Scottish Premier League. Who do you think my team is?
Rangers.
The Rangers.
Yeah. Don't forget about Juventus.
And then Juventus is for the Italian league, and then we all know, even though they got taken out
again in the semifinals,
again
for the 2nd year in a row in this tournament.
Rayados that gets taken out.
Yep.
So I guess it is what it is.
I guess I'd have to say Arsenal.
So
I guess I'd have to say Arsenal would be my favorite Premier League team.
Yeah.
Barcelona would definitely have to be my favorite Spanish team.
Yep.
Juventus would have to be my favorite Italian team.
Okay.
Then Monterrey would have to be my favorite Mexican team.
Okay.
And I really don't know about the Bundesliga. I guess I'd have to say Dortmund, just because Bayern won the last 11 or 12 championships.
Yeah.
And Dortmund actually could have won the league last year, but they choked on the final day.
Yep, they did.
They tied.
Yep. Yes, they did. So, all right. Well, I am looking at your board back there, and I see that it says Stars advance, Mavs advance, Arsenal lost PL to Man City again, and your overall rating this week is 8 out of 10.
Yep.
I'm going to say mine's about that too, with the Rayados losing in the semifinals.
It's just been bad in soccer.
Yep. So, another thing that happened this week, I don't know if I want to say it's a shame, but it's not a shame.
Wait, one more quick thing before we move on.
Okay.
With this season completed, Bayer Leverkusen becomes first team ever to go undefeated through the entire Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So this means not once in their 30-plus championships did Bayern go undefeated.
That's right.
That's shocking.
Yep. Bayer Leverkusen is the first one to do that. So, PGA Championship this week.
Wait, what?
We had a...
We're talking about golf now?
Well, I want to talk about not about the tournament.
No, I already know what
So
you're
I'm going to talk about the that happened this week.
I already
where they had a tragic accident at the entrance of the Valhalla golf course. They were working that on, I believe it was, I think it was Thursday morning, if I remember right. And an incident happened with Scotty Scheffler. Claims that he was waved around by some police officers since he had credentials to get into the golf course. His tee time was coming up pretty quick, so he had to warm up. He said they waved him around. When he got closer to the gate where the accident happened, a police officer told him to stop. And police officer saying he didn't stop, he dragged him. Anyways, Scotty Scheffler arrested, taken to jail.
Do we really have to talk about this?
I just wanted to talk about this because here's the thing why I wanted to talk about this. The first thing that I said, and your mom and I both concurred, was we want to see body camera footage. What really actually happened? Well, they came out and said we have no body camera footage of what happened. Okay. Now they're claiming there's a camera that was across the street that caught the whole incident, and they're going to release that. Still hasn't come out. So Scotty Scheffler continued to compete. So my thing is, what I want to know is, I don't care if he did it or didn't do it, whatever. What I want to know, and from my perspective, is what actually happened. That's all I want to know. What actually happened? If he's guilty, he's guilty. If he's not guilty, he's not guilty. I want to know what actually happened. Because these he said, she said situations never amount to anything. So I just wanted to talk about that, about what happened. In reality, what should have been the top news was that somebody was tragically killed that morning. And we shouldn't even be talking about Scotty Scheffler getting in trouble and getting arrested. So that's my 2 cents on that. And then we're going to move on to the next thing.
Well, Ricky Stenhouse turned into Ricky Roughhouse.
Yep.
He punched Kyle Busch.
Yes, baby. And that's what I was going to talk about next. Go Ricky Stenhouse. Atta boy. Can't stand Kyle Busch.
What even happened?
So, Ricky Stenhouse at the start of the All-Star race decided to go three
they
wide.
Had that yesterday? Oh my freaking Joey Logano.
Joey Logano won the All-Star race. But to start the race, Ricky Stenhouse decided to go three wide. He went in the middle, which pushed Kyle Busch into the wall. Now, Stenhouse did not actually push Busch into the wall. Busch drove up on the apron and hit the wall. Well, he got mad, and he came right behind Stenhouse at the next turn and side-swiped him. And Ricky Stenhouse goes into the wall. His day was over. 2 laps into this All-Star race, and Ricky Stenhouse...
2 laps into
the All-Star race, and Ricky Stenhouse was out.
Man.
Worst part about it, there was no way for Ricky Stenhouse to leave the track at North Wilkesboro.
Oh, God.
There was no exit that he could get out of. So he had 198 laps to stew. The more he watched, the more hotter he got. And then at the end, he went out and he took out his frustrations on Kyle Busch, punched him in the face, and I love it.
I gotta watch this video.
I mean, it's fantastic.
He didn't have to freaking punch him. He's literally facing a possible ban.
He's gonna face a ban. But hey, Kyle Busch, do you like Kyle Busch? Because I don't. And I know you don't.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even mind him.
Nobody likes Kyle Busch.
At this point, I don't even mind Kyle Busch.
Yeah. So Kyle Busch, I am glad that you got hit in the face.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. At this point, I don't know. I don't see. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch this video.
Well, you watch the video, but we have a show going on here.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Kyle Busch gets hit.
Oh,
All-Star race back in North Wilkesboro for the second year in a row. That is a track that you and I have gone by multiple times when we've gone from.
He didn't even really land it.
He didn't really land it.
He still threw it though.
He threw it, but anyways, so we've driven by North Wilkesboro a couple of times. The track was abandoned.
Yeah,
and then now they've revived it, and now it's back. One of the revered tracks back in the day, back from the Richard Petty days.
Yep,
and people love it.
Yep, even though it is restored now, I thought it was pretty cool seeing it all old and stuff.
Yeah,
whenever we went a few years ago.
Yep. So good things happening in North Carolina again as they bring back North Wilkesboro and the All-Star race at this track.
Well, so that must have been a pretty crazy All-Star race.
Yeah, well, and the fact that Joey Logano pretty much lit the whole time. So, and our man ended up in the top 10, so that was good. Yep. And it doesn't matter because the All-Star race counts no points towards the championship.
The only thing it counts for is money.
Money. That's
$1 million.
$1 million to the winner. So Joey Logano is $1 million richer, which he doesn't need.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know why Ricky Stenhouse is. Why he even made that. The man should know better. He's like almost 40 years old now, I think.
So, and then in other news, Tyson Fury is no longer champion.
Nope.
Alexander Usyk is now the undisputed champion.
Undisputed World Heavyweight Oceania.
Yep.
Ultimate Heavyweight Fighting Champion.
All kinds of belts.
Green Belt Player of the Year.
Yep.
Best fan favorite undisputed champion.
You name it, he's got just about every championship you can think of in boxing. But he took out Tyson Fury. Yeah. Good fight. They go back and forth. They both kind of knocked each other around. But in the 9th round, Alexander Usyk floored him. Floored Tyson Fury, and Fury couldn't come back. They went to a split decision, and now Usyk is the undisputed champion.
Undisputed everything champion.
Undisputed everything champion. So lots of things going on in the sports world.
Yep.
And then another thing that I saw, and I wanted to talk about this too, is somebody was questioning Kirk Cousins. You like that? About his thoughts on the Penix draft.
Yeah.
And he said that at first he couldn't understand why the Falcons paid him all that money if they were going to draft a quarterback. But then he says, I understand this is a business and I am coming back from an injury. So basically Penix is a insurance if something happens to Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
And he will be the quarterback of the future.
Still no good excuse to give him almost $200 million.
I think that was the politically right answer by Kirk Cousins. I think he's miffed. I think he is not happy with the fact that the Falcons went and drafted a quarterback. That means we believe in you, but we don't believe in you. So
yeah. And like I said, the money. Like that was straight bonehead right there.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, drafting a quarterback would have made sense if they had only paid him, say, like $50 million.
Yep.
But almost $200 million.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, honestly.
Yep. And then last week we had the NFL schedule release and the mania, the buffoonery that has become schedule releases. Did you see the schedule released by the Jacksonville Jaguars?
The Jaguars?
Yeah.
Thanks.
They made a Marvel-like cartoon where they made their players.
The X-Men.
The X-Men. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the lengths that we're going to make things. Now we're making an entertainment out of the NFL schedule release.
Why not? It's fun.
I don't know. I don't know.
I literally saw the Rams one, and it was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty cool. Yeah. At one point, it went into like a video game. I don't remember which one, but it went into a video game.
Okay.
Like setting.
Wow. Okay. Well, I only watched the Jaguars one. I was like, oh,
I watched the Cowboys one, and it was really simple. It was just a bunch of guys standing in front of FaceTime, and they were calling like fans or players from like the opposing teams.
Really?
It was like kind of boring. They were just sitting there. They were just like
the boring schedule released by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna be all in this. No, we're not, Jerry. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not in. So
how do
that is my theme this year, by the way. That is my theme. We're gonna be all in. No, we're not. No, we're not. So
So, what do you think of the Cowboys' schedule?
I think it's a schedule they can navigate through. They do have to play Cincinnati. Of course, they got to play the Eagles twice, and then they also have to play Detroit.
Even they're playing the Rams in the preseason, but not the regular.
Yeah, not the regular
They have to play
season.
the Ravens
The Ravens, yes, they're playing the Central Division in the AFC.
and the Lions
So
and the 40-winers.
and the 40-winers. But they will be playing Baltimore,
Oh,
Cincinnati, Cleveland, and the Steelers.
they could actually have kind of a tough year because
Yeah.
they have to play Texans too. Texans, Eagles. Oh, you can get this. The Lions, 49ers, Eagles, and Texans are all within 4 of 5 games.
Yep.
So they have to. The only break they're going to have is the Falcons.
Yep.
And they have to go through all those tough games.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
But you know what? We're going to win the Super Bowl. We're going to win the Super Bowl. That's what we Cowboys fans do. We win the Super Bowl every year because we believe in Jerry.
Yes.
Don't buy that crap. The media does a good job of saying, "Well, the Cowboy fans, they always got to come out because we're going to win the Super Bowl and they're annoying and blah blah blah." We're not annoying. If you are a real Dallas Cowboys fan, we have no shot at winning the Super Bowl this year.
The Rams have to play the Lions in their first game.
Yes, it's a rematch.
Oh my God.
Jared Goff
It's actually not
versus Matthew Stafford, part 2.
Okay, we have to play the Eagles and the Bills.
Yep.
And of course, since we're unfortunately in the same division as the 40-winers, we have to play them twice.
Yep.
So I'm hoping we can beat them once again this year.
I think you guys are going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to get into the playoffs again. So
definitely with the team that we have. Like I would say the same thing about the Cowboys, but it's like pretty guaranteed. Same thing every year. Make it into the playoffs, and then go out in the first or second round. So yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so the NFL season, it's coming up soon. Pretty excited.
Yep.
Only thing that sucks is having to wait till January of 2025 for the playoffs.
Yep. That is correct. And will the Cowboys be there? Probably. But we're only going one round.
Will they be there for long?
No, because I'm a realist. We're not going to do anything. So
I hope the Rams can win a playoff game this year.
Well, I hope so too.
I think that we could, as long as we don't run into like the Lions again. We can win a playoff game again.
Yep. So, all right, man. So let's talk about the last thing I want to talk about.
All right.
And that is this up here.
What? Oh.
Get us to 100 subscribers. We want to get to 100 subscribers. Why?
Yeah.
Why do we want to get to 100 subscribers?
Because just as we did with 50 subscribers, when we reach 100 subscribers, this time, however, my dad will be getting a bucket of ice dumped on him.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I'm going to fill it up to the brim this time.
How are you going to lift it?
I've been working out.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to do it. I can just deadlift it.
Yeah. You've been pumping up. So
yes.
Okay.
And
all right.
I'm going to enjoy that.
So the other thing, yes, I will get a bucket of ice water over my head. But here's the thing. Here's a challenge. So if you guys that watches that are subscribers already, out of our 67 subscribers, we have 33 more to go.
Yes.
Share our video.
Yep.
So if we get to 100 subscribers, not only will I get an ice bucket over the head, we are also going to donate $1 for every subscriber to a charity.
$1 for every subscriber. What do you mean? Like, how is that going to
donate $100? So if we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to donate $100 to a charity. So we don't want to just get to 100 subscribers just because we want to get to 100 subscribers. We want to get to 100 subscribers and do something with that. So not only will I get a bucket of ice and water over my head, we will also donate $100 to a charity. So we can, do something good, not just let's get to 100 just to get to 100. Yeah. But as always, we ask you, hit that like and subscribe button wherever he's going to put it at. and then hit the little bell as well so it informs you when we put new content out. And let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get to 100. Let's get Dad wet with ice and water.
And let's on the road for a long time.
Yep. And let's get Dad again with ice and water over his head, and let's get $100 donated to a charity, which we will pick at some point. So, all right, man. Well, that's the end of our show for today. Right. We enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed it as well.
Get this. Next week.
Yep.
By the time we upload our next episode next week.
Yep.
I'm on summer vacation.
You're on summer vacation, and you are,
which means
officially going into high school.
No more school for a few months, which probably means we'll have time to make more videos.
Yep.
So I'm excited for that. Look out for big things this summer.
Yep.
It's going to be great. And all I'm going to have to say for now is stay tuned.
That's right. So, all right, man. Well, as always, you are my pride and joy, and I love you. And this is Bloodline Sports.
It's all relative.
Goodbye,
Goodbye, everyone.